Now let's take a look over here on the dashboard. If you log into my EBSCO, and again, this is free, you would see it in the corner here. You can log into EBSCO and you can create your own projects. So in this new UI, they're called projects. In the previous one, it was called folders. So this is where you can start to create your own folders, organize your information however you'd like. This is where just any general saved articles might be too, if you're not organizing them into the different projects or folders. Kind of keeps track of some of your recent activity, which could be really helpful. You know, if you did a search a couple times ago and you're like, man, that was actually the better search, you can always go look at your previous activity. PubMed does something similar to this, and it's incredibly helpful, I will say. And then here is where you can deal with or look at your different alerts if you have any of those as well. So the next section is research tools. This is kind of going a little bit more expanding on more than just what still OneSearch has. Some of it is. So new search is then, you know, if you're like, you know, I'm done with searching for diabetes, I'm going to go under new search. You can certainly click on that. And this actually, I guess, a sneak preview of what our advanced search kind of starts to look like. It brings you to an advanced search page. You can always go back to the basic search too if you don't want to see all these extra boxes. That's right here up in the corner. But again, we'll go into this more in another video. If we go back to our results page, we'll go to eBook and eJournal Finder. So this is certainly a way where you can search all of the publications that we have at AT Still University. If we go with our diabetes question again, or search, you know, we could just push enter right there and go forward, but notice that it does populate some automatic terms and phrases. So let's go to diabetes therapy, see what that's about. It tells us that we do have access to this journal. It tells us some of the details about it that we might need to know. And then it gives us access, or lets us know where we do have full text access. So it says from at least 2010 to present, we have access through PubMed Central, and you can click straight on that. Or from Springer, roughly the same access, a little bit different, it looks like. But this is how you would be able to access those as well. So it's just a great way to see, like, you know, do you even have access to this journal, or how can I find access to this journal? Notice that this was a separate page that opened, so just X out of that when we're done. The concept map we will go into a little bit more in the advanced search, so don't worry about that right now. But let's say you're in, you know, our Still OneSearch, and you're like, actually, I kind of want to search some other databases that aren't just, you know, the ones in Still OneSearch. You could click on there, and we have a lot of our more popular ones listed. So we've got Scopus, PubMed, Google Scholar isn't our database, of course, but it is, you know, freely available for anyone to use, and not a bad choice for a lot of different types of searches. We've got Up to Date if you want to search that, Dynamed, and so on and so forth. So we're just listing a lot of our different additional resources here. And then, of course, we've got the Help button. And lastly, what we've got here is links to some of our main areas we'd like you to be searching the library for information as well. So similar for the searching for different publications and all the different publications, is we do have through browsing journals by subject. So this is a bit more for browsing, not browsing. That is quite difficult to realize it. But if you have a search you wanted to search for in here for a database, again, kind of a similar thing. We can see what shows up on the side. Let's see if we want to do diabetes, obesity, and metabolism. Then we can take a look, and it tells us all the different years that this has been published. We can look at each. So let's say if we want to look at 2007, we got volume 9, issue 3. It gives us all the different articles that were in that issue. So it's a great way to kind of look deeper into journals. All right, this link is a very important one. Takes you to our Ask a Librarian page where you can fill out this. If you have any type of question for the library, you can always ask liaisons as well. But if you're not sure who your liaison is, or if this is more just a general question, you can send this on through here. This is also where you can request interlibrary loans. It's one of the ways to do that. So Ask Librarian is pretty important. That's why we put it on this side of the page. We've also got LibGuides. So this just takes us to our main website again, where that LibGuides tab is. And this just lists all of our different LibGuides that we have. So it lists tons of our different resources, great information. This is where all your toolkits are as well. And lastly, something kind of new we have is we do have a frequently asked questions. So it's kind of through a service called LibAnswers, but this is available on our main page as well. You can see it pretty easily there. It says library FAQs, but I figured this is a good place for us to link on the side. So that's also important.